Oh, there he comes. Okay.
Video and switch. There we go. All right. Okay.
I think so. My picture's not on, but
We see you.
You can see me? All right.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. We're doing Hi. We're doing an
Hi, Deb.
experience out at the site. And I've got the laptop on behind me on the little sled with the Wi-Fi, and I've got the iPad here to be the camera. So I'm glad it's working. So we'll welcome everybody to the live lunch and learn at the site. Let me turn the camera around so you can see everything. We're here at the archaeology site, and everybody, this is the social distancing archaeology at the Overseer. So this is for a lot of you all are be coming in October, and then in next spring. This is how we'll be doing the workout here. Well, we're at the Overseer's house. That's right behind me, and basically everybody has their own unit that they're working in, and they're being supervised by like Chris is supervising 2 units, Taylor's supervising 2 units, and we got everybody spaced out on site to in their own units at least 15 feet apart. And what's great about this right now is that we're actually doing a phase 2 here at the Overseers to investigate features that we found through through the shovel test pit survey. So let me see if I can see who is on. Yeah, here's everybody. All right, I see Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne. And Mark. Bob, you're there. Karen, hello. Andrew, good to see you. And Nancy, hey, how are you? Have to bring over, this is a special one for many of you all know that this week is our work study week. The 2nd or 3rd week in September, we have the work study group that comes out. This is a group of folks that have been coming for the past 20, oh my goodness, no, past 30 years now, right, Nancy?
I think I'm around 29. Yeah.
29. Okay.
29 years. Yeah.
29 years. So Nancy started coming when she was coming out to the site when she was 2 years old. So here's a person you'll recognize, Nancy. You can heckle Jeff now. So
did you say the first old thing I'll recognize? Hey Jeff, can you see me?
No, I can't see you.
I did it. Let me see. I'll send Jeff the recording. Jeff has such bad internet at home that he can't watch these live anyways. So I'm covering up the camera right there. I'm being a horrible videographer. So, well, Jeff, how's your week going?
It's going good. Down deep, finding just your usual broken nails, that kind of thing.
Cool. Can everybody hear Jeff?
No.
No. Okay. It's the mask, yeah.
Blame it on the mask. Just finding regular, just broken ceramics, nails, glass, that type of thing.
Now we can hear.
Yeah, why don't you, can you dump your artifacts out on the tray there? So Jeff is known for finding all the goodies. He's supposed to find something live on camera this time, but this is the kind of typical load that we've been finding at these units. So
Lots of nails.
Wow.
So a really good supply. And this, all the architectural material, all the brick material is in another bag right over here. So this is not inflated by brick and stones. This is nails and ceramics.
Wow.
I think the bone handles were yesterday. There's a.
Oh, anybody recognize what this is? Anybody have a guess?
Knife blade.
Yeah, knife blade, exactly. Yeah, who said that?
Peggy.
Oh, Peggy, yeah, you got it right, Peggy. You must be on the other screen. I've got a bunch of screens here of people's faces. So, yeah, that one we're going to conserve. That's a really, really cool one. So,
Lots of different ceramics. There's some blue and white. There's
Oh, wow.
green.
Whoa.
A little piece of hand paint.
this one is a neat one. That's there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hi, Gail. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Peggy.
Oh, hi, Gail. Hi, Tony. You must be on a different screen. I have to
Well,
switch screens here.
Tony signed on, so we're not sure where we are.
Okay, I see you now. So, and there you are, Peggy. You're on the other screen. So,
Yeah.
hey, Tony, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
I'm going to go back to this screen so I can see what I'm shooting here. So, but yeah, so the piece of green shell edged
Furniture
pearl
tab.
ware.
You know what? Ari, can you, what do you need me to do? Fix that. So that they can.
And then some
Where?
black glazed earthenware,
Whoa.
and this piece right here
It's audio.
is the
Wait.
some earlier
Okay, so
earthenware.
are we on there? Why am I not on there? I want to be on there.
Oh. Hey, if everybody could mute themselves.
How do you turn the camera on?
Let's
That's
see.
the camera? I love y'all. Okay, somebody send me this in a text because I'm going to use this as a teacher credit thing. Okay, well, where's the sound then? Why can't we hear anybody?
Oh, somebody's trying to get on. I'm gonna
Would you, Audrey, will you turn that on for me?
hold on. I'm gonna go over to. I'll be right back. So that
Yes.
if you get the rest of the
Yes,
ceramics,
let me hear
I'll
look
be right
pretty.
back. I'll
It's
do
just
a little bit of
toggle
editing
over
here.
on the far left side.
You know, but I want to watch them.
Wait, I didn't smile.
Oh, would you want? Here, I'll look at them.
And then log out of this. It's pretty boring.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. If everybody has a chance, if you could mute yourself, so unless you're talking, that would be great. So, all right. So, back here, Jeff is getting the rest of his ceramics out.
I wanted to say one thing real quick. I am a teacher in Greenville, South Carolina, and because of COVID, we have to eat in our classrooms. So we are actually right now, you've got some of the best and brightest students watching you right now. I just wanted to let you know.
That's wonderful. Yeah, well, thank you. Make sure you're on our dig email, and if you need any images or any other videos from our earlier lunch and learns, we could send those to you.
Oh, perfect. This is our first one we've done since this is the first time that I actually teach psychology. So, okay, thank you.
All right, thanks. Yeah, Lee, put your name in the comments and we'll capture that. So thanks for letting me know. So Jeff is pulling out the rest of his ceramics here.
There was some tortoise ware, but that may have been in the first layer. I can't. Oh no, there it is.
Yeah, that's the tortoise shell ware, which is 1770s, and some transfer print right there.
Piece of hand paint.
And really, that's an interesting piece right there. The molded.
Matt,
Yeah.
is he down beneath the plow zone?
Jeff is actually in the plow zone. So if you look at his unit right here, he is got another maybe 2/10 to go until he hits the subsoil. And there's Terry right there. So there's Terry.
I'm smiling at you all. Bye, everyone.
But yet,
Did I hear Maureen?
no.
Who's here?
There's Debbie,
Hi, everybody.
Tony,
in.
and
Oh,
Gail.
hi, everyone. Good to see you all. I just looked over in a very non-COVID distance way.
Yep. So, and I keep on covering up the camera. We obviously need to have some training lessons on running these with my camera hand. So, but no, for how far Jeff has to go, Jeff is jutting down maybe about 2 or 3 tenths into the plow zone here. And what in his 5 foot by 5 foot unit here, this is how we're excavating, is in 5 foot by 5 foot units. What we've done is every 10 feet, we dug shovel test pits. So the hole that's in the middle of this unit right here is a shovel test pit that was excavated by either Hannah or Taylor or Chris earlier this summer. And they actually came across a feature in this shovel test pit, and that's why we opened up this unit. This unit is a part of, might be revealing a larger feature. The units that are tarped behind Jeff right there, those are where we found a feature earlier last fall in the excavations. And again, with the shovel test pit, this feature shows up over here. And when you look inside this shovel test pit, the depth that he has to go is about down to here. So he's got another 2 or 3 tenths to excavate. So
the feature actually doesn't show up in that test pit?
Okay, Terry's correcting me
sorry,
here
no,
live on camera.
He's well, actually,
Terry's here to mansplain.
It's one of the reasons why we knew we could put this unit here and probably catch the other edge.
Oh, so catch the edge.
Is because we know that there's feature all in here, and since it's not in that STP, that's that the edge is probably in here somewhere. So
I
that
got you.
gives us an idea. So
the feature is under Jeff's feet right there.
Yeah. Ground penetrating, or which one is your thing?
Yeah, ground penetrating radar has evidence.
Come right through here, according to that.
Yeah, okay. So this is the correct version here is nothing in the shovel test pit, but the ground penetrating radar has it being right along the western edge right here.
Yeah.
So I have a little bit.
Unit and then 2 units over here, so it's definitely coming at least this far, but not that far because it's not in the STP. So that should be right on this western edge of this unit. So,
and
that's why we use multiple lines of evidence to help us drill down, and then we can get really precise about where we put our units, so we don't waste our time.
Yeah.
digging things that don't have anything in them.
So this area right here was pointed out by both concentrations of metal detector hits, but then also the GPR survey as well. And so, but nevertheless, what Jeff has is a lot of artifacts. He's just about halfway through the plow zone here, and this is the number of artifacts he's got out of the unit. So good job, Jeff, getting some. Jeff usually finds all the good stuff at the site, but this is another case where Jeff is finding amazing stuff. But what artifact do you hope to find this week, Jeff? Do you have anyone that you're looking for?
I'm going for features this time.
Awesome. Jeff is going for the features. So
tune into the Facebook Live on Friday, and Jeff will have found the feature by then, right, Jeff?
That's the goal for this week. So we'll wander over here and see Tom. Hey, Tom, how are you doing?
Hi, guys. Good to see y'all.
So you're about a tenth into the plow zone right here, Tom, and got what artifacts do you have so far?
We're here in got some the special ones.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So the first thing I found was basically this, which is a projectile arrowhead.
Wow,
that is beautiful. And I think Mary looked this one up, and it could be Middle Woodland. It's what's neat about this guy is it's got a broken hasp right there.
Who is that?
Here's Matt.
You can see that, it's
I know that voice. Like what? Who is?
So which, you know, and between the shape of it and then also the material type. Usually the late woodland stuff is a lot of quartz material that it's this shape. So
Okay. And then one of the most interesting that I've liked so far is we found these 3 metal buttons.
and these guys are special. They're made of a metal called Britannia. And what's cool about these is the Britannia, it looks like the day it was made. It's that shiny metal, and this one's a big old coat button.
Still has the hasp on it.
And that's just half of the button there. And whether it broke with a plow after it was lost or broke in use is hard to say.
Yeah, it looks trimmed actually. And then, yeah, the smaller one.
Nice, like a cuff button. Very cool.
And then,
like somebody lost a coat out here, Tom.
yeah, I think it did, yeah. This was one of the first big pieces of pottery I found.
And that is the rim to a jar right there. It's like the stance on this guy would be it's always, the top's flat.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a, maybe not a jar, but maybe like a jug, like for preserving.
Okay.
So with a restricted neck, that's gorgeous.
Yeah. And then small pieces of pottery, but that one actually has some different color in it.
Yeah, that purple transfer print. Do you remember the name of the purple transfer print, Terry? Is it Tea Time? So Tea Time? Okay. So we're getting a lot of this tea time out here. And not sure what part of tea time that is right there. We'll have to.
Very tiny part.
Very tiny part, yeah. Near the rim. Okay. And then Chris is over there talking about the rim there. Yeah, the favorite thing.
And then in the bag, we have probably parts of 20 to 25 nails, many more small pieces of pottery.
You mind to dump those out? Or you can just dump it out on the board here. It'll be safe. And the other thing that Tom has is this Staffordshire Slipware. We're getting quite a bit of, this is the yellow ceramic here. We're getting quite a bit of the Staffordshire Slipwares, which is a third quarter of the 18th century, 1770s ware.
There's a nice, pretty piece right there.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's a really nice piece of transfer print there. And a tobacco pipe fragment, a lot of tobacco pipes.
Yeah, I think in total I found 3 pieces of that tobacco pipe.
And this is very different. The excavations we've done at slave quarters here, there's very few tobacco pipes.
There's a lot of tobacco pipes.
But this has
adornment.
there's more tobacco pipe than usually see it at Montpelier here, and it's potentially indicative of being different than the overseer's house.
Yeah, there's that, or then there's also the 18th century, close proximity to 18th century plates too that might be.
Okay, so that's
itself, but
kind of a variety of things.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Part of it, there's a canine right there for a pig.
Yeah, we found a couple of pieces of tooth.
Well, the cool thing about this is the majority of the ceramics are dating to the 1820s, and with the tobacco pipes, I mean, the amount we're finding, I think it's a difference.
Cheated in killing one of these cactus.
Well.
So,
I don't know how I did that, but I.
safely hedging.
yeah. Well, thanks, Tom. Some
All
good
right.
stuff. Appreciate it.
Well, and Matt, one of the neat things about this unit, reasons we chose it, is because we have a unit here that has a feature in it, that one of the ash features that in this case
Okay.
does extend into that STP.
So this, can you see it in the shovel test pit here?
Yeah, you can see little flecks of burnt wood down here. You can't see it too well, but you can see little burnt wood flecks.
So again, this
You may
is
not be
one
able
of
to
these.
see it over the
This is
camera.
one of the shovel test pits that were excavated on the 10-foot interval through here. So where Jeff is about 20 feet from. You can see his shovel test pit there. This is 20 feet from this other one. So there's one in between. And what Terry was just
unit that's right here that's full of ash and
What-
burnt wood here.
what Terry was just cleaning out was this shovel test bit because there's a little bit of charred wood in the bottom. And Terry's noted there's a feature in this unit, and we're trying to catch the edge over here.
So expecting it to continue around circular pattern. In here, we had originally thought that maybe it was going to go all the way over there because we also had in that unit that's covered up. That's where the subfloor pit is. So
Yeah.
but that ended up being its own discrete thing. So.
Yeah, that'd be a cool one just to flip the boards off that subfloor pit. That's a nice one to see. So, but did this feature show up in the GPR, Terry?
This one did not.
Okay. So that's like Terry was saying, we use multiple lines of evidence. The ground penetrating radar, which in some cases you'll find a larger feature like where Jeff is. In other case, it's the shovel test bit is revealing the smaller feature here, but then the unit right there was opened up just from the metal detector survey with concentrations of artifacts. So it's right now Chris and Terry are opening up this unit because in this unit what we've got is what we think is a subfloor pit. And this was located was this last year this was located? This year? And so this is just an absolutely beautiful feature in here where you've got in the middle where the shovel test pit is, there's all kinds of charred wood. And this was located with the shovel test pit. And then you've got the red clay around the edge here, and where Terry's pointing up there, there's red clay there. And then in the middle, what you've got is this brown feature that comes around. And you can see right here, there's a pocket of either ash or mortar in that location. And then
reflecting all throughout it.
Yeah.
Nice big piece of ceramic.
So that's the piece that is the star on it. It is
the star, yes.
Just absolutely gorgeous. So this is one of those rare units where the feature didn't show up just on the edge, and then we had to open up 1, 2, 3 units to really define it. It was right in the middle of the unit. And the reason why we think this is a subfloor pit is it's just the right size. It's about 3.5 feet wide, and then goes for at least 5 feet. We need to open up the unit over here to see its extent. But over just across the way at the field quarter, each of those sites where those log cabins are, we located the log cabins based on the presence of these subfloor pits. And the subfloor pits are these rectangular holes that would be under the structure near the hearth, where slaves would keep their sweet potatoes fresh throughout the wintertime. And sweet potatoes typically would need to be kept in a dry, warm location. And so not only does this indicate there's a structure here, because with how much hearth ash is in this, if this was exposed to rain and weather, all this would wash away and the sides would slump in. But it was under a structure. And then not only do we know that it's under a structure, but it also typically these are near the hearth. So either where Terry is standing right there could be the hearth, or where I'm standing could be the hearth. And we just need to open up more units to see if we find any corners of the building.
Well, and what's really interesting is, well, it may not correlate exactly with where you and I are. Everything over there full of brick.
Yeah.
Tons and tons of brick, which Jay's unit, I think, is really a good indicator of just how much brick is coming out of the units over here, which is it matches up with what we saw in the shovel test pit survey where the concentrations are located of brick. And then I would hypothesize is probably the location of a chimney fall. So for us to have a feature that may be associated with a hearth, and then to have a large concentration of brick near that as well, you start seeing pieces tying together. If maybe there was a brick chimney on this structure that hit in that direction,
or it could have two different structures,
or multiple chimneys on the same building, or who knows? But it at least like we're starting to get features and high concentrations of artifacts that are associated with architecture, with what we would typically see around and in and near and under a building. Is what we're looking for. So,
and what's great about having these features is there's a dozen different scenarios that could go with this. Like Terry was saying, it could be chimney fall, and this is associated with the hearth, or this could be another building, or it could be like in so many cases, like in the South Yard, where we found chimneys, there were no subfloor pits. But this is over at the overseer's house, and you know, what we're interested in is seeing how the design of this building is different than, you know, everything else, the south yard, and then also the field quarter, where there are subfloor pits over there, but there's no masonry chimneys whatsoever. And the main house, yeah, there's subfloor pits in the main
it's quite
house.
different than the main house, but you know,
Yeah,
it's there for comparison.
but the amount of bricks. So over here at Jay's unit, Jay, what are you finding over here?
Lots and lots of bricks.
So
Roy, your brick orange shirt to go with your
yeah, Jay
orange shirt,
Jay
yeah.
will not be lost here on the site. He's got his bright orange shirt here to keep us all from being shot.
Well,
So
no, I actually told the staff this morning if I wander off in a daze,
there you
I'll be
go.
easier to find in the woods.
Thank you, Jay. It saves us time. The tracker.
Here is, wow, what we have found to this point, full of bricks.
And as a comparison, how big is Tom's bag? Hold up Tom's bag, Terry. So there's Tom's bag right there. Terry's bringing over. Here's Jay's bag. Jay, sorry Tom, Jay's winning the brick competition. So, but there was a unit that was opened up here in the 80s, and there's a brick feature found.
Oh.
And so we're trying to not only locate the brick concentration that's over here that shows up in the shovel test pit survey, but then also trying to locate the unit from 1980s. And we're probably within 5 feet of the unit, but these units weren't laid out with a laser transit, and finding these units helps us reestablish the grid. There's a couple of weeks ago, we did a Friday Live right over here where Chris had found the well in the old well unit. It was actually right over there. And so last week, Terry, Chris, and I measured out where this unit should go, where it should be, the 1980s unit. And again, hoping to find that brick feature that's in here. But you can even see, just looking at this, you can see all kinds of brick fragments just in the floor.
Oh yeah.
You can see the brick fragments everywhere, and in the wall right there. So, and especially over here, you can see quite a few, as well as the walnut leaves over there. What artifacts have you gotten? What do you have here?
We found some ceramics, not as much of the ceramics as the other site.
Okay.
But what we found is more specialty types of ceramics, higher end ceramics that would signify that this was not everyday wear.
So yeah, this willow, you got some willow. Pattern here, and then the Staffordshire right here, Staffordshire Slipwares.
That's beautiful.
And a nice wine bottle neck fragment, and then this big spike. That's like hard to say whether that's for masonry. Sometimes these big spikes, it's not quite big enough to be a sill spike. But and then for what's in the, could you dump out the rest of your bag there, Jay?
There's a lot of glass too. We've been finding glass, and
any window glass in this one?
Yeah, window glass. Open it up here. It's closed.
Nice. Okay. So
Quite a bit of nails.
There's a pharmaceutical. Oh, that's a wine bottle piece.
There's some.
This is tableware.
Right.
And this looks like a piece of window glass.
Right.
This one is very flat. For window glass, you tell whether it's window glass is when you set it on a flat piece like a board, it sits absolutely flat. Whereas a piece like this that's curved, it's clear, so it's obviously not window glass because the window glass has more of an aqua green tint. But this one rocks back and forth, so you know it's not flat window glass.
And we did find one little pipe stem.
Oh, yeah, pipe stem right here.
Yeah. And some different types of ceramics.
And there's the hole in the pipe stem right there.
There's another. That's a tooth.
Mm-hmm.
These are teeth as well.
So nice. It's interesting. You're about the same depth as Tom over there,
right?
And getting a little less artifacts, but a lot more brick. I mean, that that your brick bag is going to be full by the end of this. And if we're lucky, we'll have that brick feature over here. We'll have to see.
We're
so
open, yes.
keep on trying there, Jay. So.
Yes, sir.
Well, thanks, Jay. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
There's Chris.
Hi.
And I gotta watch the unit edge there. So, what'd you get there, Tom?
Looks like it's maybe the part of a top to some kind of a little box or something.
Oh yeah, part of a handle fragment potentially.
It's very well rounded right here on the side.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, very nice. That looks like a handle fragment. Or,
Handle fragment.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like the bottom part of the handle.
Okay.
Neat. Sometimes they'll split like that. Just how they get molded. So.
Okay, cool.
Neat. So the last unit over here is Sandra's, and then we'll go down to the lab, and we got Taylor doing all the digital paperwork here.
We got our artifacts spread out for you.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. So what this unit was open, was there something found in the shovel test pit in this one?
This one was a Gpr anomaly.
This is the Gpr anomaly. Yeah. Okay. And was that one, how big was that Gpr anomaly?
Very big.
This one was very big?
Yep, so this is right on the edge of the 15 by 15 foot.
Did that show up anywhere else in the other units?
It did, but a lot of these other units would have been inside of it.
Inside, okay. And then the bottom of the shovel test pit, it's all subsoil. But lots of ceramic, lots of artifacts.
Yeah.
So
Probably our three coolest ones are right here. So we've got a hook.
Oh, nice.
That would have been part of a hook and eye.
Yeah.
So a really like unique clothing fastener. And then we have this piece of slate, which has some markings still scratched out on there.
That's so cool. You can see the X right there.
Yep, those two lines. And then this is a piece of ceramic. So the gold is what we call overglaze. And so that color would have been added after this piece had been glazed and fired. So it's pretty amazing that it survived 200 years in the dirt.
Yeah, this, like the, I think all the painting on there is overglaze. This is that early creamware overglaze. It's like a teaware. And Nancy, you might remember, we found a lot of this at Mount Pleasant, the Blousy Rose teawares. And this one is a different pattern. I'm not sure what it is, but there's, after the early polychrome painted wares in the refined white earthenwares like creamware, they didn't have the paint technology to the point where it could withstand being fired under the glaze. So all this is overglaze. That's really cool. That's beautiful.
Yeah. And lots of nails, lots of ceramic.
So cool. And more of the green shell-edged ware there.
Yep.
So
a big oyster shell.
Nice. Sandra, what's your favorite piece here? Here's Sandra. She's the one working the unit today.
Well, did we show the slate? Yep. Okay. So I just love the colors, and if there's so many different ceramics, you know?
Yeah.
Know that they're about the same set because there's different colors.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm surprised by the number. I would think one or two, you know, but this is 7, 8, 10 different.
Yeah, pretty much. You're right. Every one of these is a different vessel represented by a single sherd of ceramic. Yeah. And that's where, for the vessel analysis, that's what we'll get into when we put it all together with one of our lab programs. Right. So some good stuff. Well, thank you, Sandra, for digging all this stuff up. So, and Taylor, good supervising. So where's your paperwork? Do you have it here?
So my iPad is at my desk because I'm
okay. All right. Yeah, let's take a look at your iPad, see what you got on that.
Let's see. So here's our site.
Let's see. Here, hold it lower down because there, that way, yeah. There we go.
All right. And so we'll zoom in, and this is that unit right here, the one Jeff is in.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see, so there's our feature, and this whole unit down beside it is fully feature, fully filled with it.
Okay.
And then hopefully we'll come down in this unit on that. And then we can look at another map we have that has the GPR. Load.
So we're basically doing all our paperwork on the iPad now. So we're doing paperless site recording. And what's great about this is in GIS, you can combine all these different maps. Terry's done one of the lunch and learns on this. Terry, have you done the lunch and learn on the unit paperwork yet, or just the shovel test pit?
No, we did it on we did one about how we're going to be adopting digital paperwork, and then we've done
did the shovel test pit
a couple
one.
things about the shovel test pit stuff. We haven't done one where we've looked at the unit paperwork.
We should do that one. That'd be a
certainly do that one.
fun one to either try to do at the site with a couple of, maybe I could be out here and you could be.
Yeah.
Because looking at this here is kind of,
That doesn't work.
This does not work.
I haven't finished the dashboard for to examine the unit paperwork like I did for the SDP.
I gotcha.
So I haven't built that yet. So maybe it would be a good one to do once I've built that dashboard, and then everyone has a more interactive space to follow along.
That's true. That'd be cool.
Yep.
Well, thanks, Taylor. Well, this is just representational. There's the iPad. This is paperless paperwork. So, but it's a little hard to see. I was pushing this under your face, and you were like, "Oh, I can't see." So, and thanks for uncovering that, Chris. So with the site here, I mean, you can get an idea. I mean, this is perfectly like. We imagine that for the next year, we're going to be doing this kind of site arrangement where we've got these scattered units across the site. And this is just to, basically test what we found through the shovel test pit survey, and then also through the ground penetrating radar. And in about a year, when there's a vaccination for COVID, that's when we're going to come back here and start doing a lot of units, like for example, where Jeff is, to open up this whole feature and maybe have 5 or 6 people in one area to excavate. But probably what we're going to be doing next spring is we'll have done enough at the overseer's house to know what features we have. Is just across the way is the blacksmith shop. And this is where Dennis is metal detecting right now. You can see all the flags out there at the very top of the hill, which is right up in this area. That's where the heart of the blacksmith shop is. And it probably next spring we'll be doing shovel test pits out there. And then with the expedition programs, open up units, a scatter of units like we've got right here over at the blacksmith. And it'd be great to get Seth back out here to do some of the GPR. So what we'll do next is let's head on down to the lab. And the lab is here's the site right here. There's the tent down there, and that's the lab. So we'll head down here. Hopefully, with our signal will remain enough so we've got a strong connection. But the units I'm walking by right here, some of these are units that several of y'all excavated last fall. We're actually, when the leaves come off the walnut trees, all these are walnut trees along here. In about a month, we're going to be doing a bucket shot of all this area, and then we'll backfill all these units, because it's probably, like I said, it's going to be probably a year before we come back to the overseer's house. But coming down to the lab, Mary has a new place to hang out, which is the outdoor Archaeology Lab. So, and hey everybody, how are you all doing?
Good. Okay.
So Mary is actually has been working on a presentation today. So Hannah's been supervising Wendy and her washing of artifacts. But how does the lab work down here, Mary?
So initially we had set up the lab under the tent, which was really great. But when it got a little chilly outside, we moved out into the sun. So to get a little vitamin D and warm up, because the wash water can get a little cold out here.
But it's been working really, really well. One of the things that's been really neat is that when things come out of the ground, we're able to, I think, identify and do some of the research right away, as opposed to waiting until it gets sent down, several days go by, finally seeing it get washed in the lab. So it's been really fun to be able to get the artifacts almost cleaned up as soon as they're coming out of the ground. So that's been a really interesting benefit. After they're done washing this batch of stuff, we're going to do a little bit of gradient sorting and picking. Picking is a little challenging outside because
especially with the wind.
Of wind, yeah. But again, finding those little things can be really exciting when you're so close to the units that they came out of. The other thing is natural light does make it a little easier to see what you're looking for.
Yeah, everybody's probably like, we want to see the clean artifacts. Yeah. So here's Wendy with a group of artifacts that were excavated a couple of weeks ago, and just everything nice and clean and shiny. I'm seeing this beautiful piece of hand painted right there, hand painted pearlware with the that uranium yellow there. That's way cool. So Wendy's been here for the week with us, doing washing of artifacts, so helping us get caught up on all this. So, and lots of nails there as well. So, oh wow, that's a really nice piece of hand painted right there. Very cool. Little teacup.
Lots of really pretty hand painted pearlware. The nail quality here has been the best that I have ever seen. They are coming out of the ground. Not like Cheetos, but by like actual nails that you can see and tell their shapes and really see a lot of really lovely spatula tips, some nice machine cut ones, but the quality of nails has been really good coming out of the site, which I think has been really fun. We've also had a lot of burned bone.
Yeah, and burned ones too. This one, the burned tip right here. The annealed nails are just absolutely incredible. There's another burned one right here.
That you might want to open up the small finds bag. Or let me open up the small finds bag.
I will drop the iPad if I do that.
Yeah. I just didn't want to get up in your business.
No, it's.
So, got a little piece of lead shot.
Oh, very cool.
Which is real sweet. But also.
But wait, there's more.
Part of a bone handle from a utensil. So this little divot here is where the nail would go in to attach this bone handle onto a knife blade or a fork or spoon or something like that.
That's cool. And flip it. Let's see the utilitarian. You can see where it's been cut, the saw marks. That's very cool.
Really nice. We've seen a couple of these come out very similar to this, these utensil handle fragments. And we also, out of another unit, saw a pewter utensil handle fragment, which was really cool.
Yeah, Jeff has a iron knife blade fragment along with the hasps there that could go on. So good stuff. And Hannah's over here washing away all the bricks. So
I think what's really cool about all the bricks from this site is that they're all different types of bricks. So we're getting glazed bricks and burnt bricks and red bricks and like swirly bricks and yellow bricks.
Do you have a piece of the glaze you could pick up?
No, this isn't a wonderful piece. It's not too shiny, but this could have been glazed.
That's definitely glazed. Whether it's intentionally glazed or not, it's still glazed. That's cool. That's really neat.
These two are both glazed. This one too.
Yeah, that's a classic there. Very cool. And glaze is just basically, it means the brick, it was exposed to the outside, to the fire inside the clamp. And then you'll get the ash that blows onto the brick and it vitrifies and turns into a gas and liquid and coats the brick. And sometimes in some houses, they would actually take the glazed brick and make a pattern. We don't have anything like that at Montpelier, but actually Jen has designed the kitchen to use glazed brick along the edge of the eave to make a pattern. So cool stuff.
That one, you can see how swirled that one is.
Oh yeah, with the yellow.
Yeah.
That yellow.
We're getting some bricks that are fully that yellow as well. I just don't have any examples of those.
Mm-hmm. Have a helicopter flying overhead. So yeah, field lab. this allows us to, like with the expeditions, we're not doing any activities indoors. So this is allowing us to, adapt to COVID conditions. And also Mary's been excited because she can actually be at the site and see things coming out of the ground.
It's been really fun to be at the site.
Yeah.
It's been helpful to have Mary at the site too.
It has been. Get the group, the teamwork going here. So well, cool. Well, thanks you guys. Nice to have the field lab out here. So we'll go ahead and finish up at the site. And for the Friday Live, Terry's going to be doing the Friday Live, the Facebook Live, and be able to see the final results of what happened this week with work study. So definitely tune in for that. And does anybody have any questions or anything that they want to see? Cruising around the site here. There's Sandra waving hello. Everybody wave to the Lunch and Learn attendees. Yay. And I will eventually learn how to be a better cameraman. You can see what a good cameraman is when Terry does his Friday Live on Facebook. Huh?
You launched real well. Now you just got to learn how to do the camera.
That's right. That's right. So, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And for the work study folks, Nancy, thanks for tuning in. And so many, everybody else, some of the staff here at Montpelier. Karen, thanks for saying hi. Debbie, we're going to see you in a month. So looking forward to having you out here. Oh my goodness, Les, I didn't see you there. Holy cow. Good to see you, Les. So, Chantrell, good to see you. Awesome to have you here. Donna and Peggy, good to see you. Tony and Gail, can't wait to see you in 2 weeks. It's no time at all. So safe travels to see us. Who else do we have here? Bill, hope you're there with Maurice and Susan. You missed Dennis with the metal detecting today. He'll hopefully be here on Friday, and but good to see everybody. Looks like we have a lot of folks here. Jeannie, good to see you. Looking forward to seeing you for the Woods program. So, well, good talking to everybody, and we'll look for you on the next Lunch and Learn or the Friday Live. Okay, bye everybody. I'm gonna go over to the laptop and turn this off. So,
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks a lot. That was terrific.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
It made so much sense after the presentation of all the China and things and the analysis of that. And then when you were talking about it, it just all came together. So it was perfect.
Oh, I'm glad. Yeah. And actually seeing the units and seeing where everything is coming from, I think helps a lot of people that haven't been at the site before. So
I wrote a note. Apple sells a gimbal that steadies your iPhone. Use the iPhone as the camera, and it makes for great pictures, and there's no bouncing or anything else.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Mark. We actually do have a gimbal. I should have used that, but yeah, that would have been a better way to do this. You're absolutely right. So good suggestion.
Okay.
Where on the property are you?
What's that, Les?
Where on the property is this site?
Yeah, that's a good idea to reference everybody. Yeah, we are the visitor center is right up there.
Gotcha.
So the mansion is just behind the visitor center. So we're about a third of a mile from the visitor center. We're over by the Madison Family Cemetery. There's Mr. Madison's obelisk right there.
Right.
So
cool.
This is right, there's the Madison Family Cemetery. There's Mount Pleasant right there. And the overseer's site is just right here. And then the whole farm complex is just across the way. There goes Mary driving back to the lab in her Subaru. The farm complex, there's the field slave quarters right there that we excavated back in 2012 and 13. And then we're surveying everything from the blacksmith site over in that direction, all the way across here up to where we excavated the tobacco barn up here back in 2011. So we've got a lot of work to do, not just for the overseer's house, but this entire farm complex. So this, the overseer's house literally oversaw this whole farm complex. And what we're doing with this grant is looking at this entire area. So hopefully, Les, in about 10 years' time, you'll come back out here and we'll have a lot of these buildings reconstructed, including the overseer's house. So where that concentration of activity is right there, that's the overseer's site where we're just walking around. So
thank you.
Yeah, good question, Les. We just dove right into the site without explaining where in the heck we were. So thanks, Les. Yeah,
yep.
Les, we're going through pictures of the main house restoration right now. We got a grant to digitize everything, and we actually have a model of the main house that's online now. If you send me a note, send me an email, I'll send you a link to it. It's a fun one to look at.
Fantastic. I'll do that.
All right. Well, good seeing everybody. Thanks for the suggestions, and we'll look for the in the next lunch and learn or the Friday live. So thanks
Thanks
everybody.
again. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.